The first and only puppet theater in Mariupol was born here, at the Mariupol television tower, in one of the offices of Radio Priazovye. Together with Viktor Grammatikov, the chief editor of Radio Priazovye, and a group of dedicated enthusiasts, we create the inaugural puppet show titled Three Merry Piglets. These performances debuted here on the eve of New Year 1995, delighting the children of the television tower employees. Both the children and adults received the show with great excitement and enthusiasm. And our group, inspired by the success, decided to continue this important and noble endeavor. We began to consider where we could find a place to set up a small theater and regularly perform shows for children. One day, I shared my thoughts with Alla Nikolaevna Lyubimova, the director of the Park of Culture and Recreation, and she suggested that we set up in the city park. Is it now called the City Garden? Right here, in this very spot where used to be an arcade hall, we set up our small puppet theater, sitting around 30 to 40 people, complete with sound and lighting. Everything was done properly. Our workshops were located in the park management building, where we made our first puppets, creating our scenery and staged our shows. We performed every weekend, through only during the summer season according to the park schedule. Eventually, we were noticed and offered the opportunity to become a municipal puppet theater, receiving budget funding. We were allocated 15 full-time positions. Naturally, we soon outgrew the space and started looking for a new location. Fortunately, we found one again. We were fortunate to have the support of Alexander Nikolaevich Kurtovoy, the head of the construction department. He generously gave us the 5th floor of a dormitory managed by his department, completely free of charge. This became the place where we continue our activities, creating and staging our performances. We performed our shows in the recreation rooms of kindergartens, schools and wellness camps. However, we need for a proper space for the puppet theater remaining pressing. The city council eventually found us a new location, the Mariupol Cinema, which had ceased its operation at that time. In November 1999, we moved and settled in the new place once again. We set up the stage, equipped the dressing rooms, built a wardrobe and established technical workshops, creating an auditorium with 260 seats. We continued to create, rehearse and perform our shows for the children. I should mention that the halls of our theater were always full. It was 2001. It happened that before the start of our 6th theater season, we faced with disaster. A fire destroyed our stage, auditorium and most of our equipment. Undoubtedly, the theater team quickly adapted and set up a new stage in the foyer, creating a small space for 60 people. Despite the challenges, we managed to open the season as planned. We then saw assistance from various organizations to help repair and restore our facilities. However, we faced rejection everywhere. It was then that some businessmen stepped in, convincing both our creative team and the city council that they would not only preserve the theater, but also help it thrive. In 2005, the city council decided to lease the puppet theater to this businessman as a complete property complex. But as they say, the partnership did not work out. In 2009, we found ourselves cast out, so to speak, with nothing left. The building was privatized, mortgaged to a bank, and the puppet theater was evicted and left to its fate. And what was the result? You can see for yourself. We started over once again, searching for new premises and soon found a solution. We moved into a semi-basement space in the Chocolate Business Center, which had 4 rooms. We set up a 35-seat auditorium, opened a theater school and resumed our activities. For 4 years, we continued to perform, teach children about the performing arts and grow. As we grew and strengthened, it's naturally become clear that the space in the Chocolate Business Center was not longer sufficient. We began searching for a new location for our theater and soon found one. We found a building with unique architecture and significant historical importance. When we moved into this building, we immediately recognized that it was the ideal space for our puppet theater. Such a perfect venue was beyond our wildest dream, and we couldn't have found anything better in the entire city. We equipped the rooms, workshops and costume areas, and most importantly, now we have a real stage and a beautiful 86-seat auditorium. We've been here for 5 years now, and there is enough space for both the puppet theater and the theater school. Here, new initiatives have emerged. A theater with child performance, a children's early development studio called Teatralchka, an academic vocal studio, and a professional independent theater, Terra Incognita, under the guidance of Anatoly Levchenko. Puppet theaters from various Ukrainian cities such as Zaporizhia, Dnipro, Kharkiv and Kiev visit us regularly. Each theater brings its own unique charm, yet they all share a common purpose: to cultivate an appreciation for the arts, foster kindness and instill moral values in the younger generation. Both the theater's creative team and the people of Mariupol, young and old alike, hope that this cultural haven continues to flourish and become a cherished gem, a standout treasure and symbol of our city.
Я вас всех люблю. Выстоять такой утренник могут только, я не знаю, великие и великие артисты. Вы самые замечательные.